All right, let's try something fun and a little dangerous. Only 1% of people can answer all 10 of these questions correctly. Yeah, seriously. Most people don't even make it past question 5 without getting stuck. So, here's the deal. Are you actually smart, or do you just feel smart? No pressure, but this is your chance to prove it. No Google, no cheating, just you and your brain. Let's see how you do.
Here's how this works. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. Each one is a bit tricky, so don't answer too fast. You'll get 5 seconds to think. After that, I'll reveal the answer. Simple. Keep track of your score as we go, and at the end, we'll see where you stand. Ready? Let's begin.
Question 1. Which country has the most time zones in the world? Now, don't rush this. Most people instantly think of big countries like the United States or Russia. But this question is a little tricky. Think about it carefully. All right, the answer is France. Yeah, not what most people expect. Because of its overseas territories around the world, France actually spans the most time zones. If you got that right, nice start.
Question 2. What is the only planet that rotates on its side? Not slightly tilted, I mean completely sideways. Think about the planets for a second. Which one is different? Time's up. The answer is Uranus. It rotates at about a 98-degree angle. So basically, it's rolling through space instead of spinning upright. Pretty weird, right?
Question 3. All right, let's make it a bit harder. Which element has the highest melting point? This one is all about extreme heat. We're talking about something that can survive insanely high temperatures. Take a guess. And the answer is tungsten. This thing melts at over 3,400 degrees Celsius. That's why it's used in things like light bulbs and heavy industrial machines. Not bad if you got that one.
Question 4. Here's a tricky one. What is the smallest bone in the human body? It's tiny, like really tiny, but it plays a very important role. Think about it. Okay, time's up. The answer is the stapes. It's located in your ear, and it helps transfer sound vibrations so you can hear properly. Small, but super important.
Question 5. Halfway there. Which country lies in both Europe and Asia and includes the city of Istanbul? This one's about geography. Think about countries that connect continents. Got it? The answer is Turkey. It's one of the few countries that sits across 2 continents, and Istanbul is right at that connection point.
Quick pause. How many did you get right so far? If you're at 5 out of 5, that's actually impressive. But don't get too comfortable. The next ones are a bit tougher.
Question 6. Let's continue. What is the rarest blood type in the world? This one is extremely rare, like almost no one has it. Think carefully. All right, the answer is Rh null, also known as golden blood. Fewer than 50 people in the world have it. Yeah, that rare. Question 7. Which is the largest desert in the world? Now be careful, this is a trick question. Most people immediately say the Sahara, but is that actually correct? Time's up. The answer is Antarctica. Yeah, even though it's covered in ice, it's technically a desert because it gets very little rainfall. That one surprises a lot of people.
Question 8. All right, who was the first person to reach the South Pole? Think back to explorers, history, cold, extreme conditions. Got it? The answer is Roald Amundsen. He reached the South Pole in 1911, beating everyone else in the race. Question 9. Here's a debated one. What is the longest river in the world? This isn't as straightforward as it sounds. There are actually 2 answers people argue about, but what's the most accepted one? The answer is the Nile River. Although some say the Amazon might be longer, the Nile is still the most widely accepted answer. Question 10. Final question. Which language has the most native speakers in the world? Not total speakers, only native speakers. Think globally. And the answer is Mandarin Chinese, with over 1 billion native speakers. That's a huge number. All right, moment of truth. How did you do? If you got 10 out of 10, that's seriously impressive. 7 to 9, you're definitely smart. 4 to 6, not bad, but there's room to improve. Below 4, yeah, maybe give it another try. If you enjoyed this, drop your score in the comments. Be honest, no cheating, and tell me, should I make a part 2? Because I can make it even harder. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and challenge your friends to beat your score. Let's see who's actually the smartest. I'll see you in the next one.